Hey guys, welcome back to another week of reading sprints. Let me know who's here. It probably, you guys are already here, but it still shows zero. But oh, there we go, five. I was like, I know some of you are here, but it takes a few seconds for it to go up a little bit, I guess. So, welcome back to another reading sprint. So, let me know if you're here. If you're here, well, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. So, let me know what you're reading or if you plan on writing with me because I might write a little bit. I did start writing this afternoon with somebody else who was doing writing sprints. So I might continue with that a little bit. I'm not sure yet because I have books that I want to read too. Hey, Christine. Nice to see you here. Hi, Cav. Yay. Oh, good. You're in a reading mood. That's great. So am I, thankfully. I did finish one book today. Wasn't that great, but we'll have other books to read. Hey, Susan. Hello. I love your username, the Birdhouse Rules. Let me know if you want to be called that or if you want to use your real name. Feel free to do either one. Just let me know. Um, I don't know if you've told me your name or not yet, but I try to remember people's names when I can't. Sometimes um, my brain just goes away. Hello, Dream in the Garden. You too. If you want me to use that name, that's fine too. Or if you'd like to use your real name, that is good too. Oh, nice. Christine, you're reading Royally Lost. Nice. I've never heard of that before. That one sounds good though. Who's it by? It just sounds good because I do love a good royal romance and stuff. Oh, nice. You're reading Rebecca. Okay. I actually fairly recently rewatched the original movie. I think it's the original with Laurence Olivier. And I can't think of the actress that's in it, but it was very good. And I don't remember if I've ever seen it before that, but I did really enjoy it, and it kind of makes me want to read the book. Ooh, okay, Cav, you're on the prowl for your next book. That sounds wonderful. I'm in the middle of like a few books at the moment. I have, I'm listening to Nicole Deese's newest release right now, but that's on audio, and I can't do that while doing the reading sprints. I mean, I could do it from my mom's phone, but I usually read physically, so uh, definitely gonna skip over that for now. Hello, Emily. You're like working on a Turncoat. Ooh, that sounds good. Jason Files novel. It sounds like a mystery type of book. That sounds good though. Okay, Jane. Thank you for letting me know. I will keep calling you that. So thank you for being here in the readings, friends. Okay, hey Andrea. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Now I know who you were when you said David and Andrea Bird. Okay, thank you because I was wondering if I've known you before, and I did. Okay. Once you said that, I remember the name. So, okay, Andrea. Thank you. That actually did ring a bell once you said that. So I was like, so yeah, now I know. Yeah, the movie is really good. At least the original one. I've never seen. I might have seen one or two more remakes, but that one's my favorite. Hey, Talanda. Nice to see you. Reading A Gentleman in Moscow. Nice. I saw that there was a TV show coming out with what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Wow, Ewan McGregor. I'm like, I know him. He's one of my favorites, but yeah, I was like, it just, I don't know, it never interested me to read it. Like, when I heard that it was like set all in like one small room, I was like, I don't know. But let me know if you are enjoying it, and if maybe it'll be something that I would enjoy. Oh, nice. Oh, you found it at a free library. And Dream is reading Toxic Toffee. That sounds good. I just had toffee a couple weeks ago. It was so good. It was from Oregon. No, it was not toxic. I'm still here. But it was the best I've ever had, and I'm not a fan of toffee at all, but it was so good. Oh, nice, Emily. It sounded more like a excuse me, a mystery instead of a fantasy book. So interesting. Oh, okay. So it is PI solving cases that are supernatural. Okay. Okay. So it does have that mystery aspect in it. So I have two that I have one that I'm currently reading and one that I want to read. So I'm reading When the Ocean Roars by Chelsea Estes. This is a book which I thought it was a like a boxer, but I think he's actually a karate championship person. So he is actually in Japan working to win the Ultimate Fighting World Championship. That's how I got confused because it doesn't mention karate on the back of the book. So I thought it was boxing, but it's not. So, but I guess he gets involved with a Japanese woman in Japan, and so um, I guess she hides her full identity. I guess I don't know what her identity is yet because I just started this a few days ago, but I am enjoying it so far, and it's pretty good. So this is this is Christian fiction, and so is the other one that I'm reading. But I got it based off the cover. It is like it's so pretty, and I was like, this is so pretty, and I'm not sure if it's out yet or if it's gonna be released very soon. Oh, actually, this came out last year. Maybe it's just wanting some more buzz because I'm doing a just read tour on Instagram for that book. So maybe she wanted more buzz about her book. And then I also have For a Lifetime by Gabrielle Meyer. I am so excited about this book. If you guys don't know, this is like one of my absolute favorite series of all time. There's going to be six in the series. This is book number three that just released recently. And I'm just so excited to get into it. Like, honestly, if I didn't have so many books to get to, I would have picked this up the first day that I got it in the mail because that's how I'm excited I am to read it. So, and I love that this is like it's a continuation story, but we're following different generations, like one after the other. It's so good. Time travel, romance. Mm. If you love time travel, you need to check this series out. Like, it is so good. My mom's actually almost done with book one, so um, after we go on our vacation, I might try to get her book two to read. So it's so good though. So I just need to decide which one. So this one has to get done by the 17th. And then this one, well, I want to get it done before the 21st, I think, because I get to meet the author and I really wanted to read it before I meet her. So, and it's for a review too. So either way. Hey, Alicia, good to see you. You're reading All This Time by Melissa Tagg. I've heard so many good things about her books. I just haven't tried them yet, but they are on my list to try. Oh, okay, so you're gonna read For a Lifetime after that one. I know, I'm gonna probably, like, slowly read it, or if I know me, once I hit the halfway mark, I'm not gonna be reading anything else but this book, so I better possibly read I don't know. This one's short, though. Like, it's really short and it's got big print, so it's, like, less than 250 pages, so I probably should read this one first. Or write, doesn't matter. I get another new keyboard, by the way, and I actually found one that I actually really like, so this is the one I'm actually gonna be using, like, all the time. It's pink, and it's got hearts, and it's really, really quiet, which I was so happy about. I'm like, "It's so quiet." Like, I like more quiet keys that sound just, slight tapping, but, like, super quiet. I did actually find one that works for me, so I was like, "Yes, this is it. This is the one I'm gonna use." Plus, I use another one for my phone, which I'm happy that I can use my phone to write my book too, so I can bring it with me as we're traveling and stuff. Not that we travel that much, but, you know, whenever I'm out and about. Hey, Kim. You read These Silent Woods by Kimmy Cunningham Grant. Okay. Oh, yeah. Was that the one you were talking about on Facebook? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I've never really come across it. I have come across like one or two books in the Christian realm that has bad language, and it's usually like, based on like what character they're using that for, but it's like really shouldn't be. Like you can just say like in terms like he swore or whatever. Like you don't actually have to say the words or whatever. So like people can use their imagination or whatever, you know. whatever word they want to use, whether it's poop or whatever. So you don't actually have to say the word. You can just say he swore or whatever. So yeah, I know, I get that. It's like you don't have to, especially not a Christian fiction book. Oh, you looked at the same keyboard? It is really cute. I do like it. I love the hearts. I'm like the hearts are super adorable. And I was like, okay, getting the hearts. And it's so quiet. Even the mouse is super quiet, which I was really surprised about. So I'm like, yep, this is my favorite, and this is one I'm gonna be keeping. So be using that. Okay, that was a different book. I was wondering, I'm like, the author didn't sound familiar, but I remember seeing your post earlier today when I was on Facebook. So I did confuse. Hey, Nikita, you're not that late. You're 12 minutes late and we haven't even started a reading sprint yet. So you are totally fine, even if you showed up like an hour from now. You're never late. You're always on time for reading. Even if you watch the replay, you're still on time for reading. You're reading Roanoke. Okay. And The Murder on the Links by Agatha Christie. Nice. That sounds like fun. I do want to read some Agatha Christie this fall. It's been almost a year, I think, since the last one I read. It's been a while, but I would like to start getting back into her books. They're very fun. So I think in about 2 minutes, I guess I'll start our first reading sprint. So if you're new here, I don't think any of you are new, but if you are new, I usually do half-hour reading sprints, just because I feel like half hour is a good amount to relax and read and, you know, not too long where you don't forget to come back. Oh, Kim, yay! You're reading Love in Tandem. Yes. Oh, you're gonna like it. It's not like I liked her first book the best, but Love in Tandem was still really good. And she just sent her email subscribers the new cover for her new book. Oh, it's so good. It is so good and so cute. And her premise of her book sounds really good. I'm like, I have to read it once it comes out. I don't know when it comes out, but I need to read it. Hey Jane, nice to see you. Oh, you're reading Two Reasons to Run. I probably have read it. I've read most of Colleen Coppel's books. There are one or two series that I haven't read yet, but I've read most of her books, and I definitely have read that one. I still need to read her most recent books, the one that she wrote with the other author, and then her one before that about the Fabergé egg. I still need to read that one. I'm glad, Christine. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, what's your favorite book of the year? That's so awesome. Um, I just finished reading a really fantastic book. I don't know if I talked about it on here yet, but I finished. Actually, I might have read it during reading sprints. It was To Catch a Coronet by Grace Hitchcock. So good. It was my first Grace Hitchcock book, and it was fabulous. Like I stayed up until 2 a.m. to read it. It was such a great like rom-com historical fiction mixed with like mystery. It was so good and definitely in like my top 3 of the year. It was so good. Oh, nice. You liked both of those books. Great. Murder on Links. That sounds like really good. So I'm gonna have to look that one up. All right, so it is 15 after. So grab your drinks and your book and have fun reading with me tonight. I think I'll start with When the Ocean Roars, just so I can continue reading this, and then maybe I'll write a little bit in between. So happy reading, and I'll see you all back at 45 after. Okay, everyone, that's the end of our reading sprint for the first one. Hope you're all enjoying what you are reading. I see a few people popped in. Hey, it's okay. As I was telling somebody else, you're never late. For reading sprints. You can always watch the replay and still have fun. So, just finished the first reading sprint of the night, and I'm enjoying my book. We found out who the girl is in this book, which I had to figure it out. I was like, that was a pretty easy guess. So I was like, I had to kind of figure what she was involved with. So I don't know how many pages I read. I know I finished, I think about a chapter and a half, I think. Yeah, I think it was about a chapter and a half that I finished. So maybe about 20 pages or so. Nice, 20 pages read. Great. So you both read about 2 chapters. Oh, wow, 4 chapters in. Great. And my mom's here too. She read 1 chapter of When the Day Comes. Yeah, she's reading the first book in that Gabrielle Meyer series, the Timeless series. So she's reading the first book, and I will be starting the 3rd book. Yes, book 3. Oh, I love that she actually put book 3 like on the cover and on the spine. That's always great. So it makes it very easy to figure out which book is what. So I appreciate that, Gabrielle. Oh yeah, that makes sense, Nikita. I do tend to take nonfiction a little bit slower too, depending on, well, if I have to do it for a review, I usually do it pretty quickly, but if I'm just doing it for my own self, I usually take my time with it as well and work with that. Oh, another cozy mystery. Reading Between the Crimes. Oh, that sounds good. Is it like um a book themed cozy mystery? It sounds like, or maybe a writing mystery or something like the authors or the characters and author or something that sounds like something like that. Oh no, Andrea. Yeah, yeah, I very rarely do that where I DNF a book and I come back to it. It's very rare that I do, like, especially it's kind of funny when like people sometimes will have the prompt, oh, like, pick up a book that you started and you DNF'd and came back to. I'm like, I don't really do that all that much. Um, yeah, like series I do. Like I finish a book and then I stop the series for a bit, but I don't think I've actually ever done that to like a single book. Unless, like, I just didn't have the time for it maybe and put it down, like, but that's not really DNFing it or did not finish, it's just I didn't have time to read it, so I do have some of those, but I don't have a lot of books that I go back to months later. Oh, great, Becca. Almost 2 chapters. Nice. You're reading Vanished by Irene Hannon. Nice. I s I don't know if I've actually ever read any of her books. I know she's got a lot of series, and I don't think I've ever read any of. Oh, wait, no, I have. I've read 1 series, and I think, um, I've read her newest book, and then I requested her 2nd book to do a review for, so I have read some of hers. I didn't think I did, but I have actually. Can't remember the title of the series that I read, but I did read a few of hers. Hey, Reese, nice to see you here. Okay, I thought it was like, book-related mystery. Oh, a Jane Doe mystery book club, that sounds good. Yeah, of course, there's a mystery to solve. What did I read? Oh, yeah, I read something similar that, like, they were part of a mystery book club, and then, like, a murder happens or something, and the people in the club have to solve it. Like, isn't that everybody's goal if they're part of, like, a murder club? Like, maybe if we join a murder club, maybe a murder will actually happen and we get to solve it. Like, only in fiction, right? Like, if anybody's actually done that in real life, I would be, like, intrigued. And a little scared probably, but it sounds like fun. Honestly, it'd be really cool to like that'd be really fun to like have a podcast club, like a true crime podcast club where like you follow a podcast and you try to solve it with the narration or whatever. That would be fun. Hmm, interesting idea. Oh no, not a grave mistake. Well, the guy in my book just found out the identity of the girl that he went out with, and they only went on 1 date, but yeah, he found out pretty quickly who she really is, so, uh, yeah, Andrea. I don't think anybody's ever told me that because I usually either push through most books or I just DNF books, but, um, well, hopefully it will get better after the halfway mark. Hopefully. I know some books, it's like, um, I hate books like that because I am actually like that where, like, I don't put it down, but it takes me, like, a really long time to get through a book, especially if it's really slow, but then once I hit the halfway mark, if it picks up, I binge read the rest, so hopefully it'll be that way for you. Oh, nice, you're reading Powerful. I need to pick that book up, the first book, Powerless, because I've heard so many of my friends talk about that book, and, like, it sounds like something that I would really enjoy. I love fantasy and I love romance, so I feel like I'd really enjoy it, and I'm glad that it's a clean fantasy series. Like, it's very rare in the mainstream fiction world nowadays, especially to find a good, clean fantasy romance that's like really popular among like everybody. So I'm really excited to give that book a chance. And I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I did too, Kim. I was reading Love in Tandem during a reading sprint a, f- a few months ago before it came out, and I was reading it, and I can't remember who said it, but she saw me silently laughing as we were doing a reading sprint. She goes, "You need to do a reading vlog for that one," and it was really good. And I do love her laugh out loud moments. They are very funny. Oh, good. I'm glad it picked up. Glad that everyone who told you to keep reading it, they weren't wrong. My book is pretty good so far. We haven't gotten to like any karate type too much stuff yet. He's just came to Japan to fight for the world championship, and he met this Japanese girl who has like a secret identity or something. And so he takes her on a date saying like, "Oh, I don't want to be involved with her because he is a fighter, he does travel." He's like, "I never want to have a relationship." But then he meets this girl in Japan, and he's already head over heels in love with her since the very beginning. So we'll see how their relationship actually goes. But I think I might switch books or write a little bit because I do want to write just a little bit more. I did write two very large paragraphs this afternoon, so I'm very happy about that. But might write like try to write at least another two paragraphs. And I also want to read this too for a lifetime, especially since like the last book came out like last year. I don't want to like forget too much because I don't reread books and series usually. Sometimes I do, but I think I remember most of what happened in book one and two. So I can go right into this and enjoy it. And I'm glad she's doing two books a year now instead of one a year because I need them now. And it's like one a year was just not enough. And so I'm glad she was able to do two a year this year and next year. So we can get more books in the series. I actually started more than what I told you. Like I probably have like four or five different books going. I'm reading um those Gone to the Dog mysteries, I think. They're called by Janice Thompson and or is that right? Janice Thompson and Kathleen Irbarbo. I'm on the second book. I just started that one. That one is one that I started months ago and put it down, but that's because I didn't have time for it. But I got back into it and I got to finish it for my TBR game. So I'm reading that one. What else am I reading? I'm reading at least two or three more books, which I haven't done that in a long time. It's just nothing's really hitting me to like what I want to actually read and continue. So it's kind of hard to pick just one book to read. And I hate when that happens because usually that means a reading slump coming because I can't pick a specific book to read. So, oh no. Yeah, I am enjoying it. I think I requested my library purchase the second book. I don't know if they had it or not. I can't remember. It was so long ago when I requested it, but I think I had to request an ebook copy of it. Maybe see if your library can do that because that's um oh, it was audio. Yeah, I don't know if it come in audio. Well, I guess the first one was if you listen to it on audio, but I would like to an audio would be fun. I did really love the first book. The first book was so cute. Hey, Lisa, you're reading Applesauce of Heaven. That sounds like that is such a cute title. Hello and hugs from Montana. Nice. I think one of my author friends, I think Tracy Peterson lives in Montana, if I'm not mistaken. I think she does. That's the only author I know that lives in Montana, as far as I know. But nice. I don't think I've been to Montana yet. I would like to visit all 50 states. We've visited quite a few, but that one's on the list. We haven't visited many of like the Midwest and the central states. Like we've been on kind of like the outer edges of the US, not too many in the middle. Oh, nice, you switched to The Amazing Mrs. Polifax. I've seen the movie, I've never read the books, but the movie was it was it was good because it had one of my favorite actresses in it, Rosalind Russell. Um, so I liked her in it, but it was an okay movie. And if it wasn't for her, I don't know if I would have watched it, but it was okay. And I think for some reason, I think it was like rated like it could have been PG, but it might have been PG-13. I'm like, there's nothing like that deserves a PG-13 rating. Or maybe they said like due to violence and stuff like that. I'm like really? Like, no offense, but it's PG max. Like it's an older movie. There was nothing bad in it. So it was a cute movie. And I've heard a lot of people really enjoy that book. So I um might have to get into that series because I like a good um older protagonist, like spy lady, or she gets involved with intrigue and stuff. Maybe that's why I like Love Overboard so much by Shannon Sue Dunlap, because it has to do with older protagonists that get involved with troubles and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, I think in about 2 more minutes we'll start another reading sprint. I'm probably gonna do probably two more, I think. It's my usual. My usual is usually three, so so you have two more to join in tonight if you're here to join us. I might write a little bit just to get a few more paragraphs done tonight. And because I was supposed to write every day this month, I was going to write 1 page a day this month. And I did really well the first day. And then I plotted a little bit of my story the second day, and then nothing for the next like 5 days. So I want to write today and hopefully get back on track with a page a day, because it's like, it's okay. A week went by, it's okay. It's like, it's fine, you know. Um, you know, hot weather, I tend to not do very much in like hot or muggy weather because I don't know, it's just that's the type of of weather where I feel like doing absolutely nothing, even though I should. So okay, so yeah, I'm gonna write and read a little bit, so that'll be fun. I think I got my laptop over here, and that's my wrong Word document. Okay. I also need more water too. I got messages popping in. I don't need that. Oops, sorry about my finger. That was the camera over there too. That's funny. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry it's not an audiobook. Oh, I'm wondering if like, because Kriegel, I don't know if they're like a huge company or not. I mean, their bookstore is great. I went to the bookstore, but I think they're more of a like a smaller company. Like I never even heard of Kriegel until this year. So I'm wondering if they're like a fairly new company or I just haven't heard of them. But yeah, they might not just have the funds to do audiobooks very often or not at all, but it is really good. And yeah, I think you'd enjoy it, you know. If you're able to read the ebook, you should because it's very good. All right, so let's go ahead and read for another half hour until 30 after. So I will see you all shortly. Have fun reading and yeah, pray that I'll get a little bit of writing done and reading as well. So have fun. guys, that's the end of our next reading sprint. I actually got some writing done. I wrote the entire time, which I'm so happy and so very thankful that I did. So I was actually able to remember like what I wrote this afternoon because I wrote on my phone. So I'm gonna have to like connect the two together later. But I did remember where I stopped, so I was able to continue writing on my um, laptop. And hey, I wrote exactly 600 words just in that half hour. That felt really good actually. Like I'm actually a pretty slow writer. Um, like I was doing reading sprints this or writing sprints this afternoon, and there's a lady that but she has written books and stuff, and she wrote like almost 1,000 words in 25 minutes. I'm like, 600 I think is good for me personally. But I mean, any progress that I can make on my book, I'm happy. And I did finish chapter 1. Guys, we are past chapter 1 now. So I wasn't gonna make a chapter break, but I was like, oh, she got in her car and she's headed home, so we can pick it up in the next chapter when she's home. So I am very happy that I got that much done, and I'm officially on chapter 2. I'm so happy right now because I never thought chapter 1 would actually be done. Hey, Nikita, I'm so happy you got 19 pages read. Rebecca got 24 pages read. That's so awesome. My mom is almost at the ending of the first book in the Timeless series. If you have read it, you know she got to the part at the end where, yeah, I won't spoil anything, but the romance part at the end of the book. So that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so, yeah, she got to the part where it's so good. And then that ending, yeah, she might want to read book 2 right away, but she has other books to read before vacation, so probably won't have time to read it, but oh, it was so good. But yeah, so I think I don't know if it's a good time to stop writing. I might actually write again in the next sprint because I'm on a roll and I think I have an idea where I want to go. And I put text messages actually in my book. I didn't think I was going to. Well, not necessarily, but lo and behold, there's a text message conversation between best friends. I really like my best friend's character. Um, I feel like they're both funny, but I feel like my main character is more shy funny. Like she's more like internally funny. Like she thinks funny things, but she's more shy on the outside. But her friend is like hilarious on the outside. So I think they're a good match. Ah, well, 3 pages and a phone call. Not bad. I hardly ever get phone calls. I get text messages a lot, but really rarely any phone calls. Only one of my friends actually like telephone calls, but I'm not really a phone talker. Like I prefer talking like either Zoom or Facebook Live or text. I don't really like to talk on the phone. Like I like to see the person personally or just chat and text. Like I don't know why. I've never been a phone talker. Like it's just I get that from my dad. He's not a phone talker either. If I have to, I have to, but I don't really like it. And mom's really enjoying her book. She'll probably just continue reading instead of taking a break. Oh, she's taking a break. She's in the other room. You probably may have saw her walk by. I don't know, but yeah. So I think I will continue writing just to get this last little bit done, and then it'll be a good place to stop. Oh, that's great, Andrea. Nice. You'll be done with your book tonight. That's great. I know I'm not going to be done with my book, but I'd like to get maybe we're going to do one more reading sprint before bed. I want to do at least one more chapter because that's up to chapter 5 and page 57. That's not bad. That's like a quarter of the way through the book. So is it a quarter of the way? No, not quite a quarter of the way through, but might finish a little bit more in When the Ocean Roars. See what's happening to those characters. You know, I thought it would be confusing. So I've never written like an actual book. I've written short stories like for college and high school, but I thought like because I read so much that I would be confused in writing, but surprisingly I'm not. So I'm very thankful for the Lord. Like I'm not mixing up stories. I'm not mixing up books I'm reading with what I'm writing. So that's been a blessing. That's for sure. But at least I'm having fun writing. I'm having fun. So it doesn't feel like a chore too much, except when I tell myself you gotta get going. I shared an author friend, Christina Suzanne Nelson, she shared a video of tips for new writers. And I loved her like first two tips were so great. Like she says, you're not published yet. You're a new writer, but you are a writer. You're still writing. So consider yourself an author now. Like that's your job now. Your job is being an author, even though you're not published yet and you're still writing, you're an author. So I thought that was a great tip because like sometimes I don't feel like I'm an author, like I'm not until this gets published or any of my story ideas get published. But I felt like that was, a good thing, because we are. As long as you're writing, you're an author. So you're working at your craft. So that always works. Ooh, what are you reading, Christine, again? I can't remember. Oh, you're reading Mrs. Politics, right? That really surprises me because that's an older book, like 1940s, 50s, maybe something like that. I can't remember. That surprises me that there's a lot of swearing in that book. Haven't read it, so I don't know, but that does surprise me for that. I mean, not really. I mean, some books back then do have a lot of swearing, but especially since like the movie is completely clean. But maybe that's why, because a lot of movies back then, like in the 50s and 60s, they cut out a lot of that. So like there's like I don't know if you guys know the movie Funny Girl with Barbara Streisand, but a lot of the real Fanny Bryce's character, they changed a lot because it was, they had to make it a little bit more clean because like the real Fanny Bryce had an affair with a married man, so they left him single in the movie. So I'm glad they did though because I do love the movie. But finding that out about the real Fanny Bryce, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And I think they did say that I wasn't sure if she was foul mouthed or not, but the movie doesn't have anything like that in it. So not that I can't remember too much, but yeah, it's like why can't they just keep doing that nowadays? Like clean it up, make a good movie, make a decent movie that you can take your grandkids to. Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm in a tired mood, but I am in a very happy mood that I am back into writing. So yay. Hmm. I'm thinking about snacking. Are you guys snacking on anything tonight? I'm thinking of popcorn or maybe yogurt. I don't know. I don't have any more bagels. I ate my last one this afternoon, so no more bagels, no more cream cheese. Should probably put that on the list maybe. I don't know. But definitely popcorn sounds really good right now. So I might eat some of that after I'm done writing though. No, I think actually where I stopped is actually a pretty good place to stop. Since I finished a chapter, I think I'm good. I just have to save my work. Save my work before I close it because otherwise we will be in very big trouble. Do any of you do this when you're writing something or whatever you're doing on Word? Do you click save like 2 or 3 times just to make sure it's saved? I do that. I've always done that my whole life through school and everything. I click it like 2 or 3 times to make sure it's saved. Like we better double check. And tomorrow I'll put my files on my um, USB. I should probably do that tonight. I'll probably do that during the next reading sprint so I don't lose any of my work because that would be really bad. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had a marshmallow in ages. I usually only have them while camping. Camping is like the time of the year to eat marshmallows. What are your favorites, Andrea, and everybody else too? What are your favorite type of marshmallows? I used to get my dad the coconut ones because I thought he'd like them. I think he likes them okay. I actually I used to really like the fruit ones, those small little fruit flavored ones. Those were really good. But nowadays, I really like the giant ones, like the ones that are like 3 inches big, because you can roast them and then take one layer off and then roast it again, and, like, I can get, like, at least 5 to 8 roasts out of 1 marshmallow. I like to try to see how many roasts I can get out of one. They're so good, though. Ooh, strawberry apple crisps. That sounds good. Midnight snack. It's not midnight yet for you, is it? We're in the same time zone, aren't we? I think we are. Maybe we're not. No, I think it's only 9:40 for you. Well, it is pretty much close to saying midnight snack anyways. Mom ate a banana. She did ask if I wanted a banana. I didn't really want one. I didn't actually haven't had a banana in a while. Oh, the coconut ones are your favorite? Yeah, we haven't had those in a long time either. I wanna try, like there's some, like, interesting new ones that have come out in the past couple years. I can't remember what they were, but, like, aren't they, like, chocolate filled, I think is one, which would be really good roasted, like, especially if the chocolate melts on the inside. I think that's what I saw before one time. I think they had other interesting flavors, like, I think there's banana out there, which I probably would love. I love banana candy. Oh, for later. Okay, so you're planning on staying up till midnight. I probably will be too, but I most likely will be just watching TV and relaxing. Um, that's usually my nighttime ritual is just relaxing and watching TV. I don't even read at night usually, unless I'm binge reading a book that I'm really enjoying. Then I'll read at night. But otherwise, nighttime is usually just for relaxing and watching TV. Because I read most of the day anyway, so it's like you know, stop reading and just relax your eyeballs and just watch some TV or something. Not that that helps your eyeballs any, but oh yeah, the birthday flavored ones. My dad would probably really enjoy those. He likes birthday flavored things or birthday cake flavored things. Ooh, I have to get those for camping maybe. Those would be good. Although we don't end up eating a lot of marshmallows, like they kind of go stale because we don't eat that many. There's only the two of us camping, um, so yeah, that's so we don't eat a lot of them, and they're super filling too. It's like, especially the giant ones. You eat one and you're done. It's like, "Sorry, dad, I bought this giant pack of marshmallows and we only ate one." Okay, so in about a minute or two, we'll start our last reading sprint of the night. Then I'll come back and say a quick prayer for us for the weekend. Yeah, it is the weekend already. Wow, time flies. We have a very busy week ahead of us. Birthday parties, doctor's appointments. Next week is Father's Day. We have a graduation to go to, or graduation party, not graduation. And then vacation. So, like, I think I'm going to be exhausted, and my introverted self is not going to be happy with me. She's going to be so tired out after June is over, and she's going to be like sleeping the entire month of July away from all the extroverted activities. You should like bring like little lunch baggies or something and like put a few for the kids when they come over. And then you could say, here, kids, take some home with you, your family. Because that would be a pretty, at least you can get rid of some of them in little baggies for them so they can take it home and the parents can deal with the sugar rush. They probably wouldn't last very long, but I was gonna say they go stale pretty quickly, but I mean the kids would probably eat them on the way home if you did do that. I used to be able to eat a lot of marshmallows growing up. Like, used to be able to eat like maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 or something. No. But oh, ooh, I forgot. Uh, I have not had a Reese's s'mores in a really long time. Oh, I just thought of those. They're not gluten-free though. I wonder if they make gluten-free Reese's, like, specifically. I should look that up online, but if you've never had a Reese's s'more, you are missing out. It is like 1,000 times better than a regular Hershey s'more. Oh, it's so good. Just it's same thing, graham cracker, marshmallow, and a Reese's instead of Hershey. Oh, they're so good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I used to enjoy roasting them more than eating them too. Definitely a kids thing. Oh, I didn't know they froze, Cam. Hmm. Might have to do that this summer. They are? I thought for some reason they weren't. Oh, I think it's like the chocolate, it's not or, like, there's, like, a binder in it that might have some flour to make them. Because I know the original Butterfingers are, which is good because that's one of my favorites. I don't know if Reese's are because I think I looked it up and they said they weren't. But it wouldn't have a lot in it. But they're so good though. Oh, you say Reese's. Yeah, I say Reese's here. It does make more sense if you say Reese's. Um, but yeah, those are like my favorite. Like if we buy a package, they are gone within like 2 days, and it's all my fault. Blame me. Ooh, fudge stripe cookies? That actually sounds like it would be amazing with the marshmallow because it has the chocolate and like the graham cracker texture. Thanks for the idea. I might actually grab those for camping. Ooh, I need paper. I'm gonna write that down because that actually sounds like a great idea. I might do that. And I will probably eat a little gluten while camping because we go to our favorite places to eat. But I'm gonna try my best to be as good as I can. Oh, okay, thanks. Okay. Okay, so the originals are okay. Same thing with Butterfinger. The originals are okay. Well, thank you for the tip, Andrea. I will definitely tell my family buy me Reese's because I do love Reese's. Yeah, I know like the shaped ones and stuff; those aren't and everything. But ooh, thank you for letting me know. I'm definitely grabbing Reese's because they are so good. Oh, yeah, it is just a candy coating with the Reese's Pieces. Those are good. Those are definitely a movie go-to for me when we go to the movies, which we haven't been to in a long time either. We are going to the drive-in movie. That'll be a fun add to a vlog or something because we are definitely going to the drive-in. And I have been talking for a while, haven't I? But it's good to have conversation. Oh, okay. I have had Good Girl or Goody Girl, whatever it is. I had their knockoff Oreo ones. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. So I would definitely have to check for the fudge stripe ones. Those would taste really good with marshmallows. That's for sure. Okay, so I guess we will go ahead and finish our reading sprints up tonight and do one more. I'm just going to go until 15 after. It's a little short of 30 minutes, but that way they'll be even and I'll remember when to stop. So have fun reading, and I will see you all back at 15 after. It's about 27 minutes. Okay, everyone, that's our last reading sprint. I was just finishing my chapter. I ended up having 2 muffins for a snack because they're so good. Oh, they're so good. We made a batch of gluten-free muffins, half blueberry and half apple cinnamon, and they're so good. I ate the last 2 apple cinnamon ones because I think those might be a new favorite. They're really good. And I'm not normally an apple cinnamon fan, but those were excellent, and I definitely want those again. They are so good. Oh, yay, I'm glad you finished what you wanted to read. Perfect timing. You didn't make it to midnight for a snack. Yeah, I think the latest I snack is about 11 or so sometimes. But I try not to, but sometimes it happens. Oh, nice. Everybody seems to be pretty much done with their books. Nice. Only 15 minutes left. Hey, Stacy. Glad to see you. You just missed the reading sprints. We finished up our last one tonight. I usually can only make it to about 10:15 or 10:30. Then it gets a little too late for me to sit, and then I like to relax before going to sleep. So that was a good time tonight. Excuse me. And some good conversation. I I am enjoying When the Ocean Roars. It's pretty good. And I don't know why. It's funny. I don't like sports books unless there's like romance in them. Well, there's 1 or 2 that I've enjoyed that didn't have romance, but um it's kind of like a sports romance if you count karate. Oh, you're welcome, Talanda. So I guess I'll say a quick prayer, and then if anybody wants to chat for a few minutes before you guys leave, I'll still hang around for a few minutes. But I'm going to say a quick prayer for the weekend. Dear Lord, thank you for a great time with friends tonight, Lord God. Thank you for great books, Lord God. And I thank you, Lord God, for helping me to write a little bit more tonight in my book and finish chapter 1, Lord. And I just pray, Lord God, for each and every one of us, Lord. I pray for good weather this weekend, not too hot, no rain, Lord God. And I pray for safe travels if anybody's hanging out this weekend somewhere or going to work, Lord. And I just pray for each one of us, anybody who's having some health related issues or anything, Lord God, or just I pray, Lord God, that you will help us through everything, Lord God, and just keep us in the comfort of your arms, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so that was a nice reading sprint today. I almost didn't make it, but I was like, I remembered and I was like, nope, gotta do it because I do love to hang out with you. And I almost did forget, like I forgot Wednesday, and then yesterday I was like, oh yeah, reading sprints. So I'm glad I was able to do reading sprints with you all tonight. It was a nice relaxing time. And I think my earbuds are going because I charged my left one to try to get it going. But oh, you're still in Alaska. Are you enjoying it? Did you get to see any northern lights there in the area? Or I've never been to Alaska, but my grandmother always wanted to go on an Alaskan cruise, but it's so cold. I don't think I'd mind a cruise though, because like you can always stay inside if you want to and just go outside a little bit. Oh, I know. I know. I was laughing so hard during that part, Kim. It was hilarious. I know. I was like, this shouldn't be funny, but it is. And yeah, yeah, that part in that book, like once you get a little past there too, like um when she asks her sister for help, it gets even funnier after that if you're not past that. But yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, I was like, this shouldn't be funny, but it was funny. It's like you feel bad for the lady, but yeah, it was funny. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna head out and brush my teeth and get ready for bed soon. So I hope you all have a blessed night. Thanks for hanging out with me and reading tonight. And I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend.